Hey everybody, it's MoonKween again, back with another video on Remember the Grandcestors, our YouTube channel. I haven't been on here to do a video in so very long. So many different things have happened. The main thing that has changed since the last time I got on here is that I turned my Facebook page into a visualization board. Meaning that I only post positive affirmations and positive things on my Facebook page. I rarely comment on other people's stuff. I've pretty much checked out. It got too crazy. It got too crazy out there, and I decided that, if I know that thoughts create reality, then what am I doing sitting right here not putting that to the test? And at this point in my self-growth along my spiritual path, I've realized that at this point that we are right here, when you're manifesting, things don't happen right away. Stuff does not happen here right away. Like a flower blooming. We've talked about this in another video. Like a flower blooming, you don't plant a seed and stand right there and wait for it to grow. You go on about your life, and one day when you walk past, you'll see that, oh my gosh, the seed that I planted, it's grown. It's right there. Oh, look at that. So it's manifestation for anything is the same way. The thoughts that you are putting out there today into the universe, the seeds that you are planting today, will manifest for you tomorrow. Whether they're good, bad, or in between. Every single experience that we're having right now is just a manifestation of thoughts, ideas, and seeds that we planted in the past. Whether that be, last week, or whether that be, months and years ago, we are right now living the results of the seeds that we've previously planted. So with that in mind, and we know that if we continue to stay positive no matter what it looks like, and no matter what happens, then eventually we are going to get to the point where everything connects, and we are super charged and super we live in it. We live in our best life. We live in our best life because of the seeds that we have planted right now. So, right now is a very, very, very special time in the universe. And it's kind of like, like if you were playing a game, it'll be like, like times 25 right now. The rewards that you're about to, or whatever your thoughts are, you're about to reap that like 25 times over. This is a great time to manifest miracles. This is a great time to get everything you ever wanted, everything you ever prayed for, to put it out there. And love yourself first. That is the main thing. No matter what anybody thinks of you, no matter how many times you're knocked down on the ground with dirt on you, if you still have a mind, and in your mind you can muster up an inkling of love for yourself, you can still win. You're not down and out. You can still win. Love is a weapon. Love is, I would say, the most powerful weapon in the world. And I say that because the energy that love emits is so strong that it's very, very difficult for evil to penetrate that. It's a very, very powerful weapon if you know how to use it correctly. Right. So, we're making this video today to talk about 5 different ways that you can protect yourself from negative energy on a daily basis. And this is a real thing, y'all. It is very important right now to vibe higher than you ever vibed before in your whole entire existence here. Now is the time. Right. And all these distractions and all this negativity is going to be coming at you. Not as much now because, as my mom always says, water seeks its own level. So if you're, putting out positive energy and you have a positive self-worth about yourself, you're not going to have to deal with as much negativity. But because of where we are, you're going to have to encounter it, in some kind of way, out there. And these are ways that I use to protect myself when I know I have to go to a negative situation, being that, whatever it is. Somebody's watching the news. I know somebody's going to be watching the news where I'm going, or, this is what I do to protect myself. So number one, and y'all know, already know, I have to write things down or I'll forget. So number one, you already need to know that you are divinely protected. You came here with divine protections. Whether you know it or not, whether you access it or not, you did come here with divine protections. And the universe does love you tremendously. And not a hair on your head will be touched. Not a hair on your head. Every hair on your head is counted. You have to believe that and know that. That's your first protection, your first line of protection. Okay, I came here with an army. We won't get into all of that right now. But I came here with immense divine protections. Number two. This is something else that I use. It's very powerful. I call it the protection bubble. Okay, and a lot of spiritual people use this. It is done on the altar of your mind. Y'all already know that most of the things that I do don't cost a dime. Done on the altar of your mind, like Bobby Hemming says. Okay. Protection bubble on the altar of your mind is you're imagining yourself enclosed in a bubble. Okay. You can program this bubble any way you like, any way you want to, with any type of things that are powerful protectors to you. Right. You can, cloak yourself in invisibility. You can also that, bad energies can't see you to try to affect you. You can make your bubble, cast iron so that negative energies can't get through. You can have your bubble reflect the negative energies back onto the senders. You can do so many different things. It's all done, in your mind, which means that your mind is limitless. That's the one thing they can't touch. Well, they can, psychological and all this crazy stuff, but you still have an inkling of your mind, you can win. All right, so protection bubble. That's pretty much it. Imagine yourself in a bubble. You can choose any color that you want. I like the color purple. I like sparkling things that I use to deflect negative energies off of me. Number three. Number three would be speak to your ancestors. Make sure you are maintaining a very tight connection with your ancestors. They are still present and they want to help you, but you have to call upon them and ask for their help. Ancestors known and unknown. Now be careful now, because people think that just because their ancestor, somebody has passed on or died or whatever y'all call it, and they move on to the other side, that they're an ancestor now, and everything is all glorious and wonderful. No, it's no. If they were an evil spirit here, or if they were not a good person here, I wouldn't trust them over there either. I only work with certain ancestors. I'm very, very careful when I work with the ancestors. I don't work with all my ancestors. Some of them raped their way into my bloodline. Right. And I deal with them in a certain type of way. And it's not the same way as I deal with my ancestors that, really I honor and respect. But I don't honor and respect all of them, and you should neither. You should really be careful when you're dealing with your ancestors, straight up. People don't tell you that. All right. Proclaim the day as soon as you wake up, or as close to as soon as you wake up as you can. Okay. You want to do certain things. You want to have a morning routine, right? You want to tell your day how it's going to work out for you. You want to tell your day that it's going to be amazing, that, great things are going to happen today. I'm so excited. Even if you have to do something that you don't want to do, like go to your job, still proclaim your day. Yes, tell your day that it's going to be amazing. Because if you don't do that, the energy just does what it wants to do. It's a real thing. Like it's going to move, whether you tell it to or not. So you might as well be proactive and get with this energy and tell it what to do. Right. Yeah, that's one of the things that I struggle with being consistent on. Because you get up, the first thing you do is grab for your phone, or go pee or whatever. Really try to train yourself to proclaim your day as close to as soon as you wake up as possible. Because once the day starts rolling and you start talking to other people and get other energies involved in your day, the day is already starting. It's already doing what it wants to do. Okay, and Sadhguru, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but he's one of my teachers. He's an Indian guru. And he says that one of the first thing you want to do, it's the easiest thing you'll do all day. The first thing you want to do when you open your eyes in the morning is smile. That it sets the day. Just smile. Like, just the fact that you woke up and opened your eyes on this side of the veil is a miracle. You're a walking miracle. Every day that we open our eyes. Did you know how many people do not open their eyes in the morning and just die for no reason, or we don't believe in death? So how many people transition for death? We don't even know the reason. They just don't open their eyes in the morning. Just the fact that you opened your eyes and you're on this side of the veil is a miracle. Respect and honor that, and wake up with a smile on your face. Now, this is something, believe it or not, I struggle with remembering to do this. I try to do it as close to me waking up and open my eyes as possible. Smile. First thing. Wow. I made it. I'm on this side. Right. And then it's going to be an amazing day. Great things are going to happen. I can't wait to start the day, even if I'm feeling sluggish and I don't really want to start the day. It's like, well, I'm going to honor that. I'm not going to, ignore my feelings. Yeah, I really don't want to get up this morning, but I'm going to go ahead and get up because I know that it's a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day. And, great things are going to happen today. And then I'll push myself out of bed and I'll make it do what it do. It's not about, and I've said this before, it is not about staying in alignment all the time. That is impossible. All these distractions, it's impossible. What it is about is realizing when you're not in alignment and using these tools, being strong enough to use these tools in those moments to pull yourself back in. It's about staying in alignment as much as possible. And the universe got you. Asking it is given. I have so many examples to tell y'all about since the last time I got on here. But let's move on to the last one because I'm going to go ahead and end this video. We don't want it to be too long. The last one. And this is something that is very rarely talked about. As a matter of fact, I don't hear many people talking about it much at all. Although we all know about it. Right. Frankincense. Okay, now we already, in our communities, we don't burn incense correctly anyway. We burn them for the smell. When they're really a great spiritual tool because the smoke is an in-between between us and the ancestral realm. Right. We burn our incense for the, the smell. We burn them one at a time. When you're busting ritual, when you're really, getting in there, into that in between, you need more than one incense. You need more than one. You need like 3, 4, 5, 6. You want the smoke to be heavy, because that smoke is traveling your intentions. You want to be careful what you're thinking and what you're saying when you're burning these incense. Your words, your thoughts, your essence is being traveled over to the other side. This is why we experience what we experience now, y'all. Because we're doing these spiritual things without even knowing that we're doing them. And our minds are all over the place. We're thinking about our bills. We're thinking about this. We're thinking about that. We're thinking about who broke our heart. We're thinking about all this stuff while we're burning our incense and while we're doing this and while we're doing that. And we're traveling all that negative energy over to the other side. And we got to stop doing that. We have to start being intentional with these spiritual things that we're doing already. We're already doing it. So back to what I was saying, frankincense. Frankincense, y'all, is a very, very, very powerful protector. Okay? It is a very powerful protector. Now, I burn natural frankincense rocks in my house. Like, I burn natural frankincense rocks on just the eye of my stove. Just boom, I'll put a rock right there. Boom. And I will take a frankincense bath over myself. This is it is something that, of course I have my sage and my San Paulo, but this is something that you can do in the place of sage. Negative energy does not like the, I call it a turbocharge. I use frankincense in so many different ways. I use it to turbocharge my intentions. Right. Because the smoke of frankincense is even more powerful than the sage smoke, in my opinion. In my usages, the frankincense is just super powerful. So I'll put a rock on the stove, and then I will stand there and I will, proclaim the day, anything positive, any of my intentions. I will stand there and do a whole frankincense bath. If I have a blunt, I'll do that. If I don't have a blunt, that's fine too. Stand there and bathe my whole self. And I love frankincense and how it smells in the smoke anyway. It's very ancient, and it makes my house smell like a temple. And it is the greatest cleansing ever. And people don't talk about it. It is, we're going to get into that though. I'm going to do a whole series on cleansing things that you can do in the place of sage, because so many people are just burning sage now and forgetting about all the other things that we do, that sage is becoming endangered. So we really want to start like spreading it around and doing different things, even though we never talk about everything that we do. Anyway, we're coming up on 20 minutes very shortly, and I do not want this video to be any longer than 20 minutes. Peace and love to all of y'all. We are winning. We have won, and we will continue to win. Keep up the good fight. One love.